morning and welcome to your Tuesday morning yoga cast on October, I think it's like the 21st. So good to see everyone. Makes me smile every single time. So today we're going to work on some strength building. And we do that on a regular basis here in my class. But it's going to be even more of an emphasis with even an invitation to jump at a few places. And you might wonder, why am I doing this? So I'm very active. I'm teaching yoga, I go hiking, I biking, and some of you know I had a stress fracture in my foot. So I ended up doing the bone density scans and it says I have osteopenia. So when I research more, it says pretty much half of women past menopause have some bone density loss. That is normal part of aging and not normal because it's going to increase our risk of fractures. So this is your little memo to make sure you're taking calcium and vitamin D and do some strength building so that we stress our bones so they increase their density. So that's why the jumping a little bit, or I invite you to do a little jumping if that doesn't work for you, for your knees or such. That's okay too, because that's been my excuse in the past, so I'm just doing baby hip hops. But anyway, that's it. That's your little PSA on osteopenia this morning. That being said, get yourself comfortable, get yourself situated, and settle in. Take a couple deep cleansing breaths. Breathing in through the nose and letting it all out through the mouth, just like celebrating that you've gotten yourself to your yoga mat today, whether you're doing this live or on a recording, you did it. So that already is a success. Another big, deep exhale. And then with a long, tall spine, begin to just notice. Scanning the outer world and scanning the inner world. And as you slow down, slowing down the breath, the busy mind, see if you can find some spaciousness. Some space between the breaths. Following one breath after another. And in this space, I'll read our poem for the day. The Secret Saving Grace. The secret isn't hidden, esoteric, or opaque. Right here, in all my incompletion, right now, with self-doubts nipping at my shins like crazed chihuahuas, I can draw a breath and let love in. The simple act of breathing changes everything. I shift from closed to open the moment. I let breath connect me with my quiet depths. The fact that love is freely available, just waiting to flow in, is the secret saving grace that takes me from dullness to vibrancy, from resistance to willingness and ease. And the just take this moment to bring any other intention you want to your practice today. It can be deeply personal. And then from that place, we'll take 3 breaths together, softly inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Again, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And with that next breath, we'll open our eyes and lift our arms to the sky. We reach up. And exhale, we bring the hands down. Now we're going to get right into it. And we're going to mix it up. And we're going to start on our backs. So go ahead and arrange yourself. So you're on your back. And then from here, bring your knees up toward your chest, hands on the knees. Long, tall spine. And then we're going to bring our hands behind our head, interlacing the fingers gently behind the neck, back of the head, lower head. Elbows spread wide. And then we're going to go ahead and lift our chin in our head. And we're going to reach that left foot out as we bring our left elbow to right knee and then switch. So we're doing basic bicycle pedals, one side and the other. Nice and slow with your breath, or maybe you're in the mood to make these quick. Again, you can make them lower your foot lower, stay higher. Let's do 3, 2, 1, and set the head down, spread those arms wide and put the feet by the hips. Pushing the back of the elbows into the mat to really create some space there in the shoulders. And then let's release the head and reach our hands on either side of our hips. We're now going to go ahead and reach the head up and our fingertips up, palms face the thighs, thumbs up. And then we're going to reach to the right. So I want you to create space on the left as you crunch the right, and then the left, and then the right. So we're working these obliques, the side body, side to side here, reaching. And then this time when you're on the right, hold, 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 keep crunching right there, keep crunching. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another side, hold it, keep crunching. So we're crunching the left and opening the right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and set it down. Excellent. Let's put both feet to the sky. Soles of the feet on the ceiling, meaning the toes are pulled back. Reach both hands up, interlace the fingers and point the pointer fingers. And then we're going to reach the head up again and point to the right side of the legs. And we're going to pulse gently to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and set it down. Bring your knees toward your chest. Rock and roll. Nice job. Let's do one more of these. Core work. We'll do one straight up the middle. So let's put our feet at, start with your head on the mat. You can do it at a 45 like I'm doing, or you can hold them out at an angle. And so it can make it harder depending on the angle. So experiment with that first. And then we're going to just lift our head for a low boat and pulse. Teeny pulses, lifting your nose and chest to the sky. Pulse, 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 pulse. And you'll know when you've had enough. Woo. Building strength. Go ahead and put your feet down by your hips. Palms flat on the floor. And let's go ahead and roll those hips up, walk the shoulders under, and interlace the fingers here behind the hips. Letting the feet push into the mat. On all fours, lift hips and belly button high, high, high. Feeling your glutes, your butt muscles engaged. Keep holding. We're just going to hold this bridge pose. As you know, core strength comes from all sides. Keep holding, keep holding. Push a little more into the feet to lift the hips and the belly button. And release the hands and go ahead and roll it down. Go ahead and rock side to side. Nice job. So putting that at the beginning is our part of our warm-up instead of at the end. Let's go ahead and put your hands behind your thighs and go ahead and roll, massaging that whole spine until you get all the way to seated. Once there, cross your ankles, roll over your knees, and find your way to all fours. Right here, once you have knees under hips, wrists under elbows, under shoulders, let's go ahead and push the hips back for child's pose. Walking those arms out, and then let's take the left hand and put it under the right armpit, pushing the back of the left hand into the mat. Just a little shoulder opening, relaxing the belly. And then the opposite side, right hand through. And child's pose still. And let's then, in child's pose, turn the palms up with the arms stretched in front, just opening those shoulders a little differently. And then turn the hands, palms back down, and slide the hands forward until your hips are over your knees and your chest is coming down. Forehead might be on the mat. This is puppy dog, extreme puppy dog. One more breath here, then shift forward. The hips come forward until you're in Sphinx pose. Again, first palms on the mat, lifting the heart and chest. And then let's turn the palms up again and pull the elbows toward the hips. Palms back down. Tuck the toes and come into forearm plank. You can Lift your knees down. So another definite core builder here, core strengthener. From here, let's go ahead and put right hand, left hand until you're in regular plank. Wrists under elbows, under shoulders. And then bend the knees, hips back to downward dog. Go ahead and pedal, wiggle, whatever you need. Bend the knees and straighten to get into your best downward dog. Shake out your head, let your ears be between your upper arms. And then we're going to shift the plank to downward dog. Plank to downward dog. 3 more. Plank to downward dog. Plank to downward dog. And this time we look up and walk those feet up to forward fold. Little bend in the knees, shake out the head, enjoying our forward fold. From here, reverse swan, coming all the way up, fingertips touch, hands through heart space, mountain pose, drop the hands, palms face forward, shoulders roll down. Feeling this long, tall spine. We want to not lose our height, right? As we age, you don't suddenly want to be 10 years older and 4 inches shorter. So keep this space between the vertebrae, lifting the crown to the top of the head and sky. Okay, let's do some sun salutations. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands to the mouth. Walk, step, or jump back. There's our plank. Lower down. Inhale, that cobra, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Now here at down dog, instead of resting, we're going to do those 5 pumps. To plank, to downward dog. To plank. Now you can always hold downward dog, or you can do the 5 pumps, as I'm calling them. Back to downward dog. There was 5. Look up, walk, step, or jump, and come to that space. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up, fingertips touch. Exhale, back to mountain. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands to the mouth. Step back to plank and lower down. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, and exhale, down dog. Holding down dog, or doing the 5 pumps between plank and down dog. We go 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and then we hold back to down dog. Look up, walk, step, or jump to that spot. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. And hands through the center. Back to mountain pose. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, walk, step, or jump back. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. The last set of these, optional pump. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Back to downward dog where we all meet. Look up, walk, step, or jump. Look up, forward fold. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, back to mountain. Okay, on to sun salutation B with some modification, let's go ahead and come into chair pose. So we reach those hips back and hands come up. Now what I want to remind you is don't stick your butt out. I want you to tuck that butt so you have that long line. And then for this first set, we're going to bring hands back and roll up on the balls of our feet, and then hands up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to chair with tail tucked and forward fold. Inhale halfway, exhale, walk, step or jump back, lower down, inhale, up dog, and exhale, down dog. You're going to inhale, right foot to the sky, and then right knee to the nose, right foot to the sky, right foot top of the mat. Turning left heel down, we come up for warrior 1. Now, at this first set, we're going to check in with our warrior 1. I want you to reach your left hand forward, fingertips up, and then push that hand forward to bring your left hip forward, because the hips are supposed to be parallel with the front of the mat. So go ahead and humor me and push the wall, and then come back. Excellent. Then we're going to reach chest forward, hands back, and up, and then elbows back, and hands up. Chest forward, hands up, elbows, and up. Just 3 sets of those, up, elbows, and up, and then hands come down. Left heel pops up, step back, lower down, inhale, up dog, exhale, down dog. Same thing other side, left foot to the sky, left knee to the nose, left foot to the sky, left foot top of the mat. Turning right heel down, coming up to warrior 1. And again, this first one, you're going to drop the right hand, and it's as if you're pushing the wall in front of you, and you can see that pushing action pulls this right hip forward. This back leg is long and strong, and then we reach both hands up. So feel the strength in that back leg. Left knee never goes past the left ankle. And then, like the other side, hands back, chest forward, and up, and cactus the arms with the heart, and up. Chest forward, hands back, and up, cactus the arms, back up. Chest forward, and up, cactus, and up, and hands come down. Step back, lower down. Inhale, up dog, exhale, down dog. So now we know the new pattern for this one. So from here, we're going to look up and walk, step, or jump to that spot. Inhale halfway, flat back, exhale forward fold, drop the hips, and come up to chair. Now I'm going to show you the second option. Tuck the tail. You can lift on the toes like we did, the balls of the feet, strengthening the feet. Or this is where I'm going to give you the option of small hops. So it would go 1, 2. I feel like it's almost a jump rope field where you swing the hands back and hop up. You decide if that feels good or not. I'm going to do 10, although I've lost count. Back to chair, tuck the tail, forward fold. So yes, you should get your heart rate up. You get a little bit of hit there too. And hands down, walk or step back, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot to the sky, right knee to the nose, right foot to the sky, right foot top of the mat. Turning left heel down. This time just think about pulling that left hip forward. And then chest forward, hands back, 1, cactus arms up, 2, chest forward, cactus, and 3, and cactus, hands up, and hands down. Pop that left heel up for runner's lunge, step back, lower down, inhale, up dog, exhale, down dog. Left foot to the sky, left knee to the nose, left foot to the sky, left foot top of the mat, right heel down. Come on up. Again, think about that right hip coming forward, finding your best warrior 1, and then we have 3 sets. Chest forward and up, and cactus, look up, 2, and 3. And hands both down on either side of the foot, pop up the heel, really feel that runner's lunge before you step back and lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Pause here in down dog for 3 breaths before we do our last set like that. Big ah. Audible ah. And let's go to that last set. Inhale, look up. Exhale, rock step, jump to that spot. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees. Reach the hands up. See if you can sink a little deeper. And then you know where we're going, so you can do the 10 hops or the 10 pulse onto the balls of the foot, or just hold your chair. So here we go. I'm not going to talk, I'm just going to let you do it your way. And come back to chair and forward fold. Inhale halfway, exhale hands to the mat. Walker step back, lower down. Inhale up dog. Exhale down dog. Right foot to the sky for 3-legged dog. Right knee to the nose. Right foot to the sky. Right foot top of the mat. Up to warrior 1. And then again, I don't need to talk. You know where you're going. You can either hold this warrior 1 or do the 3 sets. And hands down, step back, lower down, inhale, up dog, and exhale, down dog. Left foot to the sky, 3-legged dog, left knee to the nose, left foot to the sky, left foot top of the mat. Right heel down, warrior 1. Feel the warrior 1, and then decide if you're holding or doing the 3 sets. Toes forward, hands up, cactus, hands up. After your 3 sets, hands come down, right heel pops up, feel runner's lunge. Step back, lower down. Inhale, up dog, and exhale to challenge pose. This time, with knees together and big toes touching, let's bring the hand to either side of the feet, palms up, opening that shoulder space and catching our breath. So combining some strength, using the weight of our body, and a little baby hip workout by adding in some hops to get that heart rate going. Coming back to your intention or the poem, letting love come to us. It's a channel of love. like the poem talked about. Let's come on up to kneeling. I'm going to throw something in here that I just saw someone else do that I don't usually do. I'm moving myself to grab a block. So grab a block if you don't have one. And then we're going to come up to kneeling. And I want you to really engage the tops of your feet and push them into the mat. Push, 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 push those feet in the top of the mat. Now, that might be enough for a stretch to the top of the foot, but for some of you, I want you to put a low block back there and put the tops of your feet and toes on it. You see that? And then we're going to sit back and get that stretch. So you can either do this, sit back on the tops of your feet and push them into the mat, or do this, and it really gets a nice stretch to the ankles, to the tops of the feet. Keep holding, long, tall spine. Keep holding. Excellent. Then shifting the weight forward, you can move that block. Tuck the toes, and now sit back on the heels that way, stretching the bottoms of the feet. Little ankle workout here and foot, letting our heart rate slow again. From here, go ahead and come up, head over, hips over knees. And I'm going to have you release the tops of your feet again. So we're going to do this a little different. It's a variation on camel. But we're not going to be reaching for those heels. I want you to put your hands on your glutes like you're putting your hands in your back pockets. So on a pair of jeans, reach the elbows back. And then I want you to actively push your hips forward and the belly button forward as you lift your heart and nose. So you can be right here. Now for those who want more, since I'm inviting you not to reach for your heels, you can just shift back, and keep pushing the hips forward as you shift back, pushing the hands firmly into the back for some back bending action, opening the heart, opening the throat. And come back up. From here, sit back again, but this time we're going to release the right foot. You're sitting on your left and place it right here. So you're sitting on one heel. And then we're going to come up and step that right foot forward. And then I want you to get this kind of box shape and then pull the heel to the knee. So you can't see that I'm doing anything, but I'm really firing out my hamstring here. So pull, and I'm also there's a sense with my foot of doming the arch of the foot and the toes and heel pulling back. Keep holding that. Everything's engaged, it's firing up. Two more, and release. Go ahead and sit back, and tuck that right knee, and then bring the left foot next to it. First we sit here, this is the Egyptian, I don't know, there's some statue that looks like this. Really stretching the top of that right foot, then come up again. So this is one of those that doesn't look like much, but if you do it right, it's really working. So make this box shape, knee over ankle, hip at a right angle, all these right angles. And then again, dome, as if you could make your foot a size smaller by pulling the toes to the heels, then pull the heel toward the knee. Again, you should, if you touch under, you should be firing up this leg, and then bring your hands to your hip, keep pulling. Keep pulling, stay with it a little longer than you think. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time just bring the left knee back and come to all fours. Let's undulate the spine. Spinal undulation. Okay, back to that side core strength that I was focused on today. Step back to plank. And then let us go ahead and roll to the left side, right hand up for a side plank. To modify this, you just put the left knee down. Otherwise, full variation, hand over the head, really rolling the right shoulder. Actually, let's put the hands straight up so you can really feel the back of the hand reaching for that back wall. Opening that shoulder, looking up at that right thumb. Keep lifting here. And back to plank. And we need to shift the hips up and back for downward dog and back to plank before we go to the other side. Then left hand up, roll to the outside of the right foot. And again, keep that left hand straight up and then push the back of the hand back and look up at that thumb. And really lift with the hip and side. And back to plank. Nicely done. Let's put our knees down, hips back for child's pose. And then back to that forearm plank we did. And then from forearm plank, right arm up. Actually, you can turn that hand at an angle. And then I want you to tap 1. So the left hip touches down and up 2, 3. You can do 3 to 5, 4, and 5. Back to plank, forearm plank. Then to the opposite side, touch and tap and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to forearm plank. Back to full plank. Tap right hand, left shoulder. Left hand, right shoulder. And back to downward dog. To release that back. Nicely done. And let's reach right foot to the sky. Right knee to the nose. Right foot to the sky. Right foot top of the mat. Come on up for high lunge. So high lunge means that ball of the, we're on the left ball of the foot. And then we're gonna do a little bounce, strength, and it might feel like a little hit. So we're gonna lift that left leg, touch, and step back. Touch, and step back. So go slow enough, you saw I was kind of wobbly there, that you can keep control. And maybe you won't step back as far as you thought you were going to. Let's try and aim for 10 there. You're going to count for yourself. And then meet me floor, and then lift up for airplane. And then we're going to bring our hands to our chest, bend the knee a little, and then hands back, airplane. So we're pulsing just this baby pulse with the knee. Again, this time maybe aim for 5, and then hold. One more breath, then hands to the mat for standing splits. Woo. Keep lifting with that left foot. And then step it back to low lunge. Runner's lunge, some people call it. And step back. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Okay, let's do the same thing on the other side. Left foot to the sky, left knee to the nose, left foot to the sky, left foot top of the mat. Meet me in high lunge. Feel the strength here. And then we're gonna bring that right leg through, tap it, and step it back. You count. You go as fast as you want or as slow as you want. Laugh at yourself if you're wiggly. Meet me back in high lunge. Lower the hips. Reach the hands back, palms face down as we push off with that right back foot and come into airplane. I encourage you to do these little pulses by bringing hands to prayer, bend the left knee, back to airplane. Bend and open. And then hold the airplane. And drop the hands, lift the right leg up. Whew, crown of the head points down. And then step it back, meet me back in low lunge, step back, and lower down and bring your belly to the earth. Well done, team. Whew. Let's catch our breath for a minute. Go ahead and cactus your arms, bring your feet to the sky, and then just windshield wiper the legs. So we're rocking that lower back. And then release them. And then stack your palms or make a little pillow for your forehead. Coming back to the breath. I wanted to do a little more back strengthening since we did side body and front body. So here we're going to go ahead and bring our hands back by our sides and release our fingers again. Thumbs point down, roll those shoulders down and back, and then peel off, go forward, head, nose, chin, chest. And if you can, lift the hands off the buttocks, reaching those shoulders back, reaching the fingers, the knuckles back. And then if you want to add the feet, lift the heels for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Bring the hands over the head, thumbs point up. Bring your ankles together now. This always makes it so much harder for me when I press my legs together like a mermaid. And then we're gonna lift the chest, hands, and then bring the legs up like a mermaid, keeping the legs pushed together. Whoo! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So yeah, you may notice it's the same for you. We use different back muscle when our legs are pushed together versus apart. We're going to do one more. Bend both knees again. This time we're going to reach those hands back, and if those ankles are available, grab both ankles, and then we're going to lift the chest, lift the heart, lift the knees, and push the ankles into our 4 fingers on each hand. Lifting, point those toes up for 5, 4, pull those knees together, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, and rest. Whew, nice job. Even though it feels like we could be at Shavasana, let's go ahead and push up to all 4s. Give that lower back a wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wag the tail. Move the belly button. Engage the neck. Cross the ankles and sit back. Nice job. Gonna do a few seated things before we come into Shavasana. So let's bring the soles of the feet together. Let's let the legs, knees point out like butterfly wings. Go ahead and flap them a few times, letting your hands rest on your feet. And then either grabbing the feet or hooking the feet, let's push the knees down and the shins down. There's a slight tug here to pull the shoulders down and back. So a very active pose again. Crown of the head lifting. Knees pushing down and out. Should still be actively engaged. And release. Bring the knees up. Let's slide the left leg out, bending the right knee. Let's do this one. So lifting through the crown of the head, pointing the left toes up. First begin by pulling those toes up, engaging the calf so the heel pops up. And then from here, if you can, lift that left leg and hold for 5, 4, keep that core engaged, 3, 2, and 1. Set it down. Switch sides, right foot out, right toes up. Engage so much with the calf and the quads that your heel pops up. Staying here, you can stay here, which is doing a lot, or if you want to go further, you can lift that foot. Showing me the sole of your foot. Keep lifting through the crown for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set it down. Now, kind of staying with that. I'm just turning the side so you can see me. We're going to put our hands behind our knee, right under our knees. And then shift back, but I want you to really actively lift through the crown, roll the shoulder blades down, and show me the soles of your feet. So stay right here. Pulling belly to thighs as much as you can. So we're doing this a little differently, or I'm leading it a little differently. And then keep pushing through the heels, to see if you can get this straight. But we're not going to let go until the legs can get straight and the belly still stays as close as it can to the thighs. Are you following me? So I don't want you to roll like I just did. Keep lifting. So you may be right here. Now, if you can get all the way straight, only then can you point the toes and release the hands. Not sure I'm going to get there today, but maybe you are at home. So if you fall out of it, go ahead and come back. there's still a lot going on, even when you're still holding on. So then go ahead and put your feet down and give yourself a hug. Drop your head, wrap your arms around your knees, and stay here. Hug a little more. Then spread your feet hip width apart. Bring your hands behind you. Fingertips point toward your hips. We're going to do reverse table. So lift the hips and the belly and hold. Eyes gaze up for 5. Opening the shoulders. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set them down. Go back to the hug. Straighten your legs. Lift through the crown, pop both heels off again. Bring your hands down by your sides. So this is Dandasana, which we do, so heels are up. And you're going to lift right and down and left, but don't release. The legs stay engaged. Both heels stay off the whole time. If you want to do some leg lifts, you can. Again, keep pushing into the mat, lifting through the crown and down. Release the heels, bend the knees a little, bring our belly back to the thighs, reach down for our feet, and then pushing those heels forward, come into forward fold. Maybe the legs straighten, maybe they don't, doesn't matter, you'll feel the stretch. And we're going to stay here, just letting our practice settle in. We did a lot. Maybe melting a little deeper. And then rolling up. Well done. We're going to go ahead and roll to our backs again. So we already did a little bit on our back, or a bunch of it. Let's place our feet down. I want you to go ahead and place right ankle on left knee. And we're going to do this a little different. Drop. No, I'm not going to guide it that way. We'll go ahead and forward twist. We're going to drop the left knee and let that right foot make a footprint. If that's too much, you could cross thighs or just stack knees to find our twist. And then let's reach our arms open. Nice twist. Eyes can close. You can relax. Knees come back up. Put both feet flat on the floor. Left ankle on right knee or cross the thighs for stacked. Either way, then we're letting the right knee fall to the right, and then you can either put that left foot down or crossed thighs or stacked thighs. You decide what feels right today. Spread the arms wide and then gaze to the left hand, palms up and the left eyes closed. One more breath here, then bring it back up. Uncross, bring the knees to the chest. Let's do one happy baby. Rock and roll. Massage that back. Bring your knees toward your shoulders. Soles of the feet up. Maybe make some ankle circles. Thank those ankles and all the bones of the feet and the muscles of the feet for those little bitty jumps. If you did them, are strengthening the feet. And then again, knees together, ankles together, big toes together. Lift your head, wrap your arms around your shin. Give yourself a big hug. Big love for this body, soul, emotions, mind, heart, all of it. And then stretch yourself out. Let your arms and legs come off the back. Palms face up. Toes splay slightly out. As you take a deep sigh and come into Shavasana. As you're in Shavasana, noticing deep relaxation. Resting the back of the head, the muscles of the face. Release those shoulders and arms, the palms of your hands and your fingers. Let everything be heavy. Relax all of your spine, the lower back, the hips. Feeling the weight of your legs and calves. Relaxing ankles and toes. Melting here into deep, deep relaxation. Read our poem, and then I'll mind the time. The secret saving grace. The secret isn't hidden, esoteric, or opaque. Right here in all my incompletion, right now, with self-doubts nipping at my shins like a crazed chihuahua, I can draw a breath and let love in. The simple act of breathing changes everything. I shift from closed to open the moment I let breath connect me with my quiet depths. The fact that love is freely available, just waiting to flow in, is the secret saving grace that takes me from dullness to vibrancy, from resistance to willingness and ease. You rest here in Shavasana, and I'll mind the time. From this place of deep stillness and relaxation, you can stay here, bring one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly as you breathe into those palms. Loving this moment. This body right here, right now. The sacred breath and heart and soul that you are. And then stretching hands over the head, we reach out, we roll to the right side, putting your head on your upper arm, bring your knees toward your chest. Couple breaths here as we take some time for gratitude. Gratitude again for this practice, for this world, for all the blessings. From the simple to the more complex. Gratitude for running water and electricity. Moments of beauty and splendor. Don't forget to savor those every single day. From here, go ahead and push yourself back up to that comfortable seated position. This time we bring our hands to our heart, palms pressed slightly together. Chin drops slightly as we take our 3 breaths together. We inhale, but on the exhale this time we make some noise. So an ooh, an ah, an oh, an om, an amen. Whatever sound you want to make. We inhale. And exhale. You have 2 more times to make some noise. We inhale and exhale. Last one. That light in me honors that light in you. With my thumbs to my forehead, I bow down and say namaste to all of you. Thank you for showing up, for spreading the world with love and kindness. I did want to make an announcement that these videos only stay on Facebook for 30 days now due to new Facebook policies. So if you scroll way, way back, you might find some old ones from a year plus ago. Otherwise, I keep moving the new ones to a YouTube channel so that they are saved somewhere. If you want that link, send me a message. Okay, thank you. See you next time.